All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Mad Video Lab. I am your host, Brad Jacobson, and I have a dynamic person here with me today, Cedric Jones. Cedric, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you've got an interesting story. I found about you from the Black Lives Matter rally we had here in Manhattan Beach. You got up, you spoke, you knocked it out of the park. You did a great job. Now, obviously, there's a lot behind what you were saying. So tell me, let us hear a little about, kind of growing up and what's that like. Tell us from your side of it. I think that's what a lot of people want to hear.
I'm not even from California, so my situation is a little more heartfelt. I'm a Georgia boy. I'm from, fields of cotton. Recently took my wife back home. She actually saw a real cotton field for the first time, and she could not believe how big they were. And her thing was like, oh my gosh, I want to jump out and pick up some cotton. I said, yeah, I know that's good, but if anybody see you, that's not like a historical moment we want to take a picture of. And she's like, So even though I understood why she was doing, I was like, see somebody picking cotton right now. So, but it just goes to like my history is real. My message on that day of the Black Lives Matter movement was quite simple. We want to be recognized. We want to be heard. And in saying that, we don't want to have to give an explanation to why we want to matter. You've been hearing it on the regular, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I heard a comedian say is we're not even asking to be equal right now. We're asking to just matter. Let's start off basic, because to be equal is like a huge stretch. So we're saying, let's just recognize that we're here, we exist, we have feelings, and we want the same thing. Everyone else wants it. But what I do love about what I saw at this rally, it was predominantly white people standing up saying, this is not us. We're a whole new generation. We're a different group of people, and we're trying to show that we didn't understand what was going on. And I have people saying to me, friends who I've known for years, saying, I didn't understand how serious it was. I was in a bubble until I saw this one video. And I want people to understand this one video is what we've seen in our community over and over again for years and years. So I hate to say it, we've become immune to it, which is not right. We shouldn't be, okay, that happens. Mm-hmm. It should never be that way, where a kid is beaten, killed in the street, fathers are killed in the street on blatant TV, and this video, and they say, we found a reason, we found a loophole through the system. Like my life, people know I came from Georgia, chasing a dream. I lived in the valley under a bridge for like over a year, homeless. Wow. And but I believe truly I am where I am because I knew how to treat people, not because of my education, not because of my finances. That had nothing to do with it. Right. People, most people think I live right here in the city of Manhattan Beach. I don't. I own a business in Manhattan Beach. I live in Compton. So I'm still on the front lines on both ends. I'm in the front lines with the city of Compton. Yeah, you're seeing it
from both sides.
And then I'm seeing it from this side, where my people here who are privileged are like saying, dang, how can we help? What can we do? How can we mend these? And my phrase is I always say we're neighbors. I don't care if we're 13 miles away, but we're all neighbors. And if we have this concept that my neighbors are in trouble, what can I do to help? And the city of Compton saying, Manhattan Beach is saying they don't know, how can we educate? How can we put us all together so we're all on the same playing field and we have a fighting chance? So I believe in that. I believe this movement that we're having right now, even though we've done it thousands and thousands of times, this time is different. It sparked something different, where it's globally, they say everybody doing it. You got people in the UK doing it right now. Like this movement is so powerful, but I don't want us to lose momentum. I don't want us to go back to the regular self. But I always pray that the words that I speak are real and that people are affected by it. And when I spoke right from my heart, and people accepted it, and it felt good for people to be like, I hear you. Right. And that's all we're saying. We want to matter. We just want to be heard. And it's not everybody. And we keep saying this. When we say Black Lives Matter, when we say, the police brutality has to stop, we're not talking about all police officers. Honestly, I have been pulled over and had a great situation. Right. But I've been pulled over a lot of times.
On the other side, right?
On the other side, I haven't had a lot of good situations. So, we're saying, look, how can we all get on an even playing field so we can live life? And my kids, I have 2 young boys. I tell them, 3 and 6 years old. I'm scared, We want to be in a place where we can say, hey, just let us matter to the point where you say, you know what, if there's another way I can handle this situation and you live at the end of it, let me use that route. That's all we're saying. And we're in a situation where you see so many people calling the police now for the most pettiest stuff.
Right.
And I think it goes to show now that we have video, it's been happening a long time. It's been happening so long.
Right.
But now that we have video, people are able to say, wow, is that real? Is she really calling the police or he calling the police for that? Yes, and we're so immune to it, like, oh, okay, yeah, it happened. Oh, I don't want to see the story. I've seen the story 1,000 times.
Right.
But, you know, to my friends who are white are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's happening. He killed him. Like, yes, he killed him. It's videotaped, and guess what? He got off. That hurts us.
Yeah.
That hurts us so bad. So in a world where I'm constantly always motivating and pushing people, I feel pressured every day to be in this place where, do I keep just pushing and motivating people, or am I going to stop and say, look, let's not play anymore. Let's figure out how we can get some real solutions. I'm understanding we're saying Black Lives Matter. I understand we're talking about police brutality, but what are the next steps for us? After the protest,
Exactly.
what's next? What are we
Right.
going to do? And I think that's the missing picture, missing link, because I have my peers and other, like I own a gym right here in Manhattan Beach, 96% white. And I love them all, and they come work hard and we work hard. But at the end of the day, a lot of them in a bubble, they have no idea what's going on, but they have taken the time, they have honestly asked me, said, what can I do?
Right.
How do I understand what you're going through? I say the best way to understand is this. When you see George Floyd, that knee on George Floyd's neck, picture it was your husband. You're really taking, for instance, Tamir Rice, the young boy, 11 to 12 years old, who got shot for playing outside with a toy gun. Imagine your son in his front yard playing pop, 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 and the police ask no questions. They come up and kill him and get off.
Right.
It's not about even, okay, you made a mistake, but what are you gonna pay?
Right.
Oh, we gonna suspend him with pay. Like, come on, like that would destroy us.
Putting it like that, it makes me angry. I have a daughter, and when you say it like that, if they were to get off, I understand that anger level. That, hey, look, all right, if you're not going to take care of it, then I'm going to take care of it, right? Because it's blood, it's your daughter, it's your wife, and some things are your husband.
And let me say this, because people keep getting it all mixed up. The rioting, the looting, that's not what we're for. The people who really want change, that's not what we're about. We're not out doing that. And I've seen it with my own two eyes. When I went to the one in Santa Monica, I've literally seen people who are not black out here writing Black Lives Matter on. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I was like, we have enough issues on our own. We don't need nobody to set us up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah,
if
we don't need that kind of help.
like, we don't need that kind of help. If you actually take a step back and give us about an hour, I guarantee we're gonna get in some type of trouble or, you know, something. So just be cool and let us get through this. And there's another issue that we understand that people always say, you know, white people always say, but y'all killing each other. I understand it.
Right.
We recognize it. Black on black crime is big. So guess what? I have to deal with this issue, and I got to deal with racism, and I got to deal with inequality, and I got to deal with injustice. So let me focus on my home. Right. If I can focus on my home, guess what? If I can get my home right, black on black crime, let me focus on that. I can get better. I can get our people to a better place, but I can't do that when there is so much pent up anger and rage, and guess what? Most of the time, we're taking out on each other.
Right.
And I hate that that's this way, but I have been here in the city of Manhattan Beach over 5 years now. More people have reached out to help and saying, I want to be a part of your organization. I just had, you know, some people from Manhattan Beach come to the city of Compton for the first time. And like, oh my gosh, this is, you know, it's breathtaking to see what's going on, but I am glad we're in a place now where people are saying, hey, Ced, or hey, my person of color, I'm willing to understand. I just want to understand. I don't know the whole history, I don't know the whole background, but I want to understand how I can help this situation go. And that's the biggest part for us. We just want to be heard. So where we are, we're still constantly evolving, still growing and pushing into a better place. And it's because there are people who used to oppress us generation ago, their children have came back and said, that's not us.
That's not right. Yeah.
My father, they did it. You're absolutely right. All I can do is apologize for them. But this moment here, I'm gonna give you a platform. I'm gonna give you opportunity. Let me help you with housing. Let me help you get where you're going, because they don't realize when they say we're not where we're supposed to be. That's because everybody else had a 400-year head start on us.
Right.
You know, while people were in school, our families were getting beat and trying to figure out how to do things. So I hate to always bring up the thing, but it's the reality of it. But moving forward, we are all equal, and we're all in a place where we're walking these streets together. I mean, every race, every culture, every religion, every sexuality, we're all in one place, and this is the joy of America right now.
Right.
When we're in a crisis, we tend to come together. But after the crisis, we go right back to our norm.
Right.
So what I'm hoping is that some kind of way there's some pressure. There's some pressure on everybody, our political system, our police officers, to say, nope, we're not going to forget it. We're not going to forget Tamir Rice. We're not going to forget George Floyd. We're not going to get Michael Garvey. We're not going to forget these people. And we're going to keep pushing forward. And I think more platforms like this just to being able to hear us talk and express ourselves. And it's going to be great for us. It's pep rallies. It's protests going more and more you can walk down the street and bump into a protest right now.
Right. Well, you've got one on that measure. You've got one coming up this weekend, correct?
Yes. We have a protest right here in the beautiful city of Manhattan Beach. Where actually all the runners are starting at Beastie Gym at 10:15, and we're going to run just right down to the pier where the official protest will begin. And we're going to have a couple speakers out there, and it's a peaceful protest. We don't want to break anything. If that's what you want, stay at home. This is not that place.
Right.
This is a positive place where everybody's coming together of all colors and races, and we're gonna make a difference. And the difference starts right here, right now. This is so important that during the pandemic, during COVID-19, these guys are coming out into crowds of 1,000 and saying,
right.
You know what? I gotta be here. I have to stand up and I have to do this. And that's how important it is. And in the city of Compton where, we got Bloods, Crips, Pyrus, Vice Lords, neighborhoods, every gang you could think of. Not one bit of violence. Packed streets, communities, white people, black people, Asians, Latinos, all together under one sky saying, this is time for change, laughing, smiling together, clapping each other. And I was like, oh, it gave me goosebumps to even talk about it. It was a beautiful thing. But I hope we don't forget this, you know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving,
So on that note, what can we do to help?
I think, I have a foundation called the Be Move Foundation. You can follow me at bmove.org. And we're on the ground. Our goal right now is to build a school, a community center that is geared toward education, and not just in an academic sense, but education on the world, how to deal with life situations, how to make those who are less fortunate, give them a fighting chance. Life is about hope.
Right.
If you can give anybody a little bit of hope, it gives them this one thing to hold on to. It gives them something to fight for. And I think from what you're asking me, what you can do is give to an organization, either volunteer or give to an organization that's on the ground. But as far as learning, don't reject what you're seeing happening in the black community. And sometimes we're in our bubble.
Right.
All we see is white, 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 white. And you have to step out and say, let me see what's on this other side, because look at more black movies or study black history and learn what our culture really had to go through. Some of the pictures that you probably would see would be so horrific that you probably would cry and break down, like, how could they do this to a baby?
Right.
Because the baby's black.
Right.
How could you do it ripping from his parents at such a young age, beating for, like, this stuff is crazy.
Right.
It's like a horror movie, but we living in it. This is our life. And people say, oh, y'all don't have to do that now. We do, just not on that level. So we have come a long way, yes. But what are we doing to get to the next level? Let's get us all to the next level so we can do just like this all day, every day.
Right.
Well, we can be black and white and say, hey, man, how you doing today? Great. You're on my level, I'm on your level. Let's go do what we got to do.
Yeah.
And we can just have
I don't
fun.
understand why that's so hard. It doesn't seem like it's a hard thing to understand. Hey, look, you seem, we don't know each other that well. You seem like a great guy. I would hang out with I don't understand how we became so, what is that, colorblind, or it's whatever the opposite of colorblind is.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me. But I think there's a bit that falls on us. But if somebody says something behind the scenes, if there's no one around, somebody says something about a certain color, or even a race, doesn't necessarily have to be black, could be Asian, whatever it is.
I just told that.
Then we stand up. All we got to do is just say, dude, come on, man. You're bigger than that.
Yes, I just told that to one of my friends who came out to the Compton protest. We was talking about it. I say, you know what? It's condoning, some of the stuff is silence.
Right.
When you're out with your friend and you hear him say colored word or the N word, it'll be like, those people. when you don't say nothing, they like, oh, it's okay.
Right.
I'm gonna keep doing it, doing it, and they're gonna keep getting away with it. But you say, hey, man, you know, like,
that's not cool.
Not for me. I don't. That's not how I operate. That's not how I think. And I guarantee they're gonna switch up how they change it in front of you, and they're gonna be less reluctant to talk like that. And because if I talk like that, I probably behave like that.
Right.
And I don't think it's something we wake up. I think it's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior.
Absolutely.
That's passed down generational.
Yeah.
Because my kids have no preference of who they play with. They just go play such and such. Like, oh man, I had so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, hear my son say, oh, I had fun with the white boy.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. The kids, I have my daughter, she's never said, hey, I really had fun with this, Asian kid or whatever. It's just like, oh yeah, me and so-and-so had a great time today. Like, that's the way it should be.
And if your kids are saying, if your kid come on and say, hey man, Dad, I had fun with the black kid, you be like, that should make you like, well, why
what does it matter?
It's a special kind of fun with the black kid.
Right.
I just wanted you to know he was black, Dad, So it's cool. But I can't say in all humor right now, white people treat us good. I'm able to stick in lines at the store right now. Hey, black guy, come on, you. Black guy, you. No, you. Excuse me. Let him come up front. Yeah. You go ahead and get your groceries. I'm like, man, we're living life right now. I mean, I hate that the situation happened for us to have to realize this, but we are in a place where we can really get some ground, as far as breaking down racism and breaking down inequality, but let's not let it go. So, I hope I have 20 more of these interviews with different people so we can put it out there. I don't care how innocent a man is, whether he's guilty or not, because you're right, they might have been a criminal, they might have a past history, but it does not equal death. You got to understand it. It does not equal what these guys are. You're not the judge. You're not the jury. You're not God. So I say let everything go as due diligence and put us in a place where we can say, I'm comfortable calling the police. I don't feel comfortable calling the police because when they arrive, I'm automatically the target, no matter what. Right. So I think the platform you're bringing right now is a great platform. I think what you're doing is saying, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try to let somebody who knows what's going on be heard. Black Lives Matter. Join the NAACP. You don't have to give out a huge foundation, but any little thing helps, you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to get on the ground and do footwork. But if you want to volunteer, come on, volunteer. But if you say, hey, I'll give $30 a month, I give $50, any little bit helps to an organization that you see are fighting for equal rights. And it's not that white lives don't matter, not that Asian lives don't matter. It's just like right now, we feel like we don't matter. So we're saying, hey, can you just give us this little attention and stop saying black lives don't matter because we already feel like we don't matter. Yeah,
so I think one of the biggest changes we can make is to speak up if somebody's saying something bad. I think that's number one. And like you said, if there's enough people, if I say it to John, right, John makes a remark, I say it to him, and then the next person says it to John when he makes a remark, then pretty soon John's going to realize, hey, look, I am being an idiot.
When forums like this, Mad Video Lab, give us an opportunity to speak, hopefully somebody, even if it's one person, say, wow, I didn't realize that's an eye-opener, or wow, I didn't realize that this was really going on. I told him at the protest, if something happened to white people, Asians, or Mexicans, guess who's going to be I say black people protest so quick, we'll be the first one. Asian lives matter. Right. Mexican lives matter. White, right. We're going to rock with y'all to the bitter end because that's what we do. We back our friends and we try to support and push forward. But right now we're saying, hey, it's our time. Give us what we need, and when y'all ready, we're going to rock with y'all. So that's where we are. But like I said, Mad Video Lab is doing great right now with trying to even just say, hey, I'm going to be aware of it because some people are trying to shine away from it. But you have to be able to address the elephant in the room.
Right.
And this is the elephant in the room. Racism, injustice, police brutality. Here we come. We're not sitting down anymore.
Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Oh, man,
it's been a pleasure. I'd like to shake your hand, obviously, under the pandemic things.
I don't want anybody to say, oh, gosh, they shook hands. I can't believe it.
We're fighting a whole different war.
This is two different wars.
But I think the thing to take home really is like you're saying it. We're seeing a lot of people standing up right now for the Black rights movement. Mm-hmm. And Black Lives Matter. So I think it's that question is what's going to happen next? Let's not forget as a human race, let's not forget how important this is. Let's not go back to business as usual.
No.
Let's take a stand. It's not a hard thing to do to treat each other.
I think it's
not a hard thing to do to treat each other equal.
When they ask for what's the next game plan, your next game plan should be this. Just like I talk to everybody knows me when I teach my classes, my motivation is this. love everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter what is being done. I'm going to treat you, whether you're homeless, whether you're a millionaire, whether you're black, whether you're white. It doesn't matter you're sexual. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to treat you like I want to be treated. I'm gonna greet you. Hi, how you doing? Like, and that's the simple way to start right there. If even if our justice system, even if our police and political party can just say, I'm gonna treat them like I want to be treated. So when I created a law, I'm gonna create a law that's good for the poor and the rich, the black and the white. If we can just start there, the life it will be changed. So it's no everybody like we need a plan of action. Let me tell you the plan of action. Treat everybody right. If we do that, we're done. This will be over with. We won't have to protest. We all go home and enjoy COVID-19 as it is. It'll be a better world, like you said, though. And I appreciate you, giving me a platform to speak. We got to realize that all of humanity is the underdog right now. No one expects us to come out of this on top. 2020 has been hitting us in the mouth since it opened up, and we got to fight back. Everybody know I got a boxing background, so it's time. We're coming into the 12th round, all hands up, and it's it. We fighting the enemy of racism, inequality, injustice, and we need all hands on deck. So let's fight back to our absolute best, and I believe in underdogs, and we will win.
Very good. Well, thanks again for joining us.
All right, no problem.
Thanks you guys for watching us here at the Mad Video Lab.